Batman vs. Robin is a continuation of what the story started in Son of Batman, with his storyline with his mother Talia, and now Bruce trying to rehabilitate Damian from what he learned from the League of Shadows and trying to make him into a respectable human being.
Shut up, damn you, or I'll tear your heart out. Do you hear me? I'll tear it out!
At the end of Son of Batman, Damian's at a point where he wants to be Robin, but he doesn't know what goes into that. He doesn't know all the rules and all of the ways Batman has very strict guidelines about how his partners are supposed to be. When we meet up with him in Batman vs. Robin, he's rebelling against that already.
I can take care of myself!
An alternate response might be, thanks, Batman.
Bruce Wayne is, in fact, trying to train Robin to defend people who need defending, to help clean up Gotham. But in doing so, Robin can't help but be the kid that he is, the defiant child that he is.
Trust has to be earned, Damian.
That works both ways.
And this is not just any child. This is a very special boy.
He's a kid who was raised by assassins, and he's still dealing with those urges.
I was raised to be the ultimate soldier, a master assassin. Nothing out there can hurt me.
Bruce comes from this idea of like no killing, justice before vengeance. Damian was taught almost the opposite.
He's finally found his father. He's finally with his father. But his father has ideas that are totally opposed to what he was raised with. He's trying to change himself to suit his father. Because under it all, he wants his father's love.
Maybe biological ties aren't enough to make a man a father.
There's all these different levels of conflict and trying to find each other, and anger and bitterness, and you're not really my father.
A biological accident doesn't make you my father, and it sure as hell doesn't make me your son.
In Robin trying to find his own way, he has to fight with his father.
We will definitely live up to the title Batman vs. Robin, because there will be a confrontation between Batman and Robin, and it's a very spectacular fight.
Batman versus Robin, they fight.
I think, we do some of the best fight choreography I've ever done.
Our fans who like physical action will be very pleased with this movie.
Underneath the fight is a very real tension between them. It's an emotional tension. It's a tension that has to do with their relationship as father and son. So it's not only about the choreography of the fight, which is spectacular. It's about why they're fighting.
How can I ever be the son you need me to be when I don't even know who I am?
Batman has to deal with, how do I raise this kid as my own? How do I steer him in the right direction?
And he's always at odds of what he thinks Damian should be and what Damian will eventually be.
Batman is keeping Damian secret from the world. He does not want the world yet to know that Bruce Wayne has a son. And so in doing so, he keeps Damian kind of captive in Wayne Manor.
You've got me under surveillance?
And so I think independence looms large in this piece, because Damian is used to having a lot of independence. Ra's al Ghul gave him a large amount of freedom to do what he wanted to do. Now he's got a dad who has a different set of standards.
It is an honor to present this boy to the court.
When Robin is offered an option for another way of life with another group of people called the Court of Owls, he's tempted.
The Court of Owls is a very secretive society of the elite of Gotham. They've been the hidden society that's been running Gotham, enhancing it by creating wealth, or they've been controlling it by letting crime happen.
A great destiny awaits you, and I know you will willingly embrace it.
Damian has a propensity towards the dark side because of the fact that he came from the League of Shadows. And so the Court of Owls is kind of a natural progression for him.
They sense Robin's aggressiveness and need for power, and the tensions within Robin, the fact that he isn't a Robin who follows the rules. and they can see that as a way to use him against Batman.
The boy, Bruce Wayne's ward.
And then you have a character like Talon.
What they did for me, I want to do for you.
Talon is basically going to try to pull Robin into the Court of Owls.
It's the temptation, it's the devil coming in and saying, no, we'll let you do anything you want.
No lines, no limits, no rules.
We took our design cues from the original comic series by Greg Capullo and Scott Snyder. And you know, the story isn't an adaptation of it. We're just using some of the events from the comic to kind of, you know, take cues from for our movie. It's got a very kind of Stanley Kubrick feel when we get into the Court of Owls, and I really wanted to play with the fact that these guys are just creepy, like they're faceless because they're all wearing these owl masks. Even their technology, I tried to make it feel more Jules Verne steampunk feel because, you know, they've been around for, you know, centuries, and I wanted to make sure there's a clear delineation between Wayne Tech and the Court of Owls.
This will be 317, take 4, ABC. Grandmaster says, this is the blood-soaked area. You've killed everybody around you. Grandmaster says, what have you done?
The choice you make tonight will define you for the rest of your life. Bruce Wayne's tragic flaws, in this instance, you know, what makes him great as Batman doesn't necessarily make him a great father. And he has to learn that.
So what are you gonna do now? Build a dungeon and lock me up in it?
The difficult thing with someone like Alfred is to make him human. Sometimes you have to have a little faith, sir.
Both Batman and Talon are crime fighters, but Talon thinks Batman just doesn't go far enough.
There are no lines I won't cross.
Whereas Talon will do anything, there's no limits, he will go anywhere, he will harm anyone in order to accomplish the elimination of criminals.
The Grand Master of the Court of Owls. The Grand Master wants to remove Batman from Gotham because he's, even though he's taking care of a lot of the criminals in town, he's interrupting the master plan for the Owls. And they don't like it.
There's a very, very scary character at the very beginning of it called the Doll Maker. I thought, wouldn't it be great to give Al Yankovic this bizarre, completely unusual character for him?
I am the doll maker.
And he came in and he just chewed up the scenery with it. He was so good.
Protect me, children, as I've protected you.
And Weird Al Yankovic, come on.
There's all these levels of things going on. There's the personal stories, there's the much more huge violent stories, there's the control of Gotham, there's individual egos. There's a lot to be had in this particular movie.
When Damian Wayne finally grows up and becomes the villain or the hero he will eventually be, Gotham will never be the same.
There's not another child on Earth like Damian Wayne.
He's going to go through a journey through Batman versus Robin, where we don't know if he's going to come out all right at the end. He's going to do some things that will test his relationship with Batman.
Ultimately, it's a character piece. It's about a father trying to find a way to lead his son onto the right path and not turn into a monster. It's about the son who wants to become, you know, the person he wants to be, whether that is the monster or the hero. And finally, it's about independence. You know, it's about, you know, being yourself and knowing your own path, whether it's to the light or to the dark.